Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my space. This is Benjamin here, and then today I come your way with this video. This video has been long overdue. I wanted to do this video so that it's just like a continuation of what I did with the previous one. So the previous one was the build up from when I got my assistantship to the time I was going for my visa interview. So this video is going to be what really happened at my visa interview, or my visa interview experience. So if you haven't really watched this video right here, I think I'll put it here or somewhere here, you should try and then go and watch it so that it will give you like a fair understanding of like how I got my assistantship, and then the build up from the assistantship offer to the time I was going for my visa interview. So without wasting much time, let us jump right into this video. Alright guys, so my visa interview was on the 20th of August 2024, and then if you watched the video, you do realize that it was difficult to get interview dates, so eventually I had to apply for an emergency appointment, and then the emergency appointment secured me the 20th August date. Mind you, my program start date was 18th August. So remember that will be very, very significant moving forward in this storytelling. My program start date was 18th August. Now, I told my department, that because initially I was supposed to report to campus on the before 5th August, because my graduate assistantship was supposed to start 5th of August. So I told my folks, my department, the Center for Women and Gender Equity at Grand Valley State University, that hey, getting interview dates in Ghana was very, very difficult. So I've been successful in getting, I've been successful in securing 20th August, and then it is going to be like 2 weeks away from when I'm supposed to actually start my assistantship. So bear with me. They sent me an email and told me, hey, don't worry, you are good. We'll be waiting for you. So 20th August, I went for my visa interview. I was scheduled to go for the interview at 1 p.m. So, I did my interview in Ghana. So yes, I left the house around 11 a.m. And then from Tema to Accra, it's about, let's say, 45 minutes to 1 hour. So by 11:55 a.m., I was at cantonment at the embassy. Now, when I got to the embassy, the embassy is like a very, very, I wouldn't say scary. It is like this. Those who have been there, you know how the embassy is like. You see a lot of people, and then the Ghana embassy. We have just one embassy in Ghana, the one in Cantonment in Accra. So like it's a very huge building, the large metal bars with all of these inscriptions, no recordings here, and all of that. So like the building is, I would say, one of the most demeaning places. When you go, like you'd feel scared, basically. But then if you have a good story, if you have a very wonderful financial situations, you'd be able to sail through. So the atmosphere was quiet because everybody was trying to like think about themselves, and then people were also practicing there and then at around the vicinity, the embassy area. I'm like, okay. But a friend gave me an advice that I should really not have any conversation with anybody. I should like focus on myself. I should think about myself. I shouldn't interact with anybody over there. So that was how I went to the embassy. I saw people, lots of people. I didn't talk to anybody. I just got off from the Uber, and then I went to the roundabout. Like there were some seats at the roundabout. So those who have been to the Accra embassy before, you do realize that the embassy is there, and there's a roundabout at the Accra embassy. So I just went, and I went straight to the roundabout, and I sat on one of the chairs, or the concrete slabs over there, and then I was just thinking about myself. Right. So not so long after I got there was a policeman who was actually calling people according to their times. So I got there around 11:45, 11:50. Then he came in to call those folks who were scheduled for 12 p.m. I'm like, oh, that was so fast. So all the 12 p.m. folks who were supposed to go for their interviews had to like leave and then go and form another queue outside of the embassy. I was there, and then all of a sudden they were like, all those who were going for their interviews from 12:30 to like 2 p.m., all of you should come. So I joined the queue. I had all my documentations in hand, right? So I joined the queue, outside the embassy, and then I think there were two national service personnel. I don't know if they are national service personnel anyway, but then they were wearing blue shirts and then black trousers. I think they were the ones checking if you really had an appointment at the embassy. So you would have to show them your DS-160 confirmation page, right? So we had all of those documents in place. I think they said we should put it in our passport or something like that. So I just took my passport out and I took my DS-160 confirmation page out, and then when it got to my turn, I just showed it to them, and then they confirmed from their sheet, their paper, and then they just circled with a red ink my interview date and all of that. So that was outside the embassy before you'd even go and then go through security checks. So after having shown my DS-160 confirmation page, I went now towards the security page where they did an X-ray scan. They had to asked me if I had mobile phones on me and all that. I had nothing on me and all of that. So mind you, don't go to the embassy with your mobile phones. You don't use the mobile phone for anything. So I just passed to the security check, and then even going to the approaching the embassy, actually going into the building where you're going to have your actual interview, you would see the flag, like the belonging flag, the flag over there, like the belonging inclusive rainbow flag, right? You see it right in front of the at the embassy building. You see it over there, right? And then now we were all in line, like heading towards the actual building for the interview. But then it wasn't an interview. We were not going for the interview just yet. In that queue, we went to one other person who was also like in blue and black, and I think she was printing some sheets, white sheets, to place behind our passports. So after that, we were told to come out. Now, when you go past security and then you enter the actual embassy building, on your right, at the Ghana embassy, on your right, there's a large shed where there are chairs underneath. So people were on the chairs. So after we had gone to get the passports, the white sheets put behind our passport booklet, I think they made us come out to stand in another queue, and then we went back into the embassy building again, this time around for biometrics. So at the biometrics, that was when they told us to take one of our passport size picture out, and then they had to do some scanning and all of that, biometric scans and everything of that sort. And then we came out again. This time around, we came to sit under the shed to wait in line, like we were sitting down their chairs. So they will call you according to your row, and then you just get up. When you go in there, you are going straight to go for your interview. Now, lots of people were there, so they were calling us according to our seats. So like when they call your row, then you just walk and then go to the embassy and then go and have your interview. So you see people coming out with, smiley faces. You see people coming out with all manner of facial expressions, right? But then one thing I would say is you'd just be yourself. You know the reason why you are there, so just go in there with a positive mindset, with a great attitude, with everything like that would keep you positive and then hopeful that you're going to get your visa approved. Basically, so that was my mindset already. I was not having any conversation with anybody. I was thinking about myself. I knew my story, like I wasn't panicking and all of that. So yes, people were coming out and all manner of facial expressions were going on, and the under the shed was quiet. Like everybody was so quiet. I'm like, wow, this thing is like a make or break decision, like that embassy, that visa situation, right? So eventually, I was called, my role was called, and then we had to stand up and then walk in line again back into the embassy building. And then this time around, we were going for our actual interview. Now, in the line for the interview, the interview is done in such a way that's like you are just basically talking to a bank teller. Like if you are familiar with banking, when you go to a banking environment and then you are talking to the teller, the bank teller, the person behind you can actually hear what you are saying. That's basically how the embassy building was like. So there were, I think, 3 visa officers who were operating that day, and then all manner of visa categories were also being interviewed. But then most of us were students because it was in August, right? mind you, um, people were getting rejected. People were getting rejected. People were also getting approved. But then the rejections were more. So, so I mean that one will make your heart skip a bit, a little bit, but you're not supposed to focus much on that. So basically, it got to my turn, and I was supposed to be interviewed. Mind you, the person who was in front of me was going for a nursing program, undergraduate nursing program. Unfortunately, she didn't get it, so it made me like a little bit like shaky because the person right in front of me had been rejected, and then it was now my turn to be interviewed. Mine was a gentleman, like a white visa officer. I think the ginger hair man. He is now very very popular in Ghana, and then he interviewed me. Shout out to that gentleman. He is very very great. Um, I mean, he asked me about 2 or 3 questions, and then the first question was, "So, what are you going to do at Grand Valley State University?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to pursue a 2-year fully funded." I mean, I was fully funded, but then I had to say I said I was going to pursue a 2-year fully funded master's program in public administration with a concentration in what. I just said everything I was going to do at Grand Valley State University. Then he was like, how long have you been working? Where do you work, and how long have you been working? I was like, oh, I work with the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and then I've been working there since the year 2022. I did my national service over there, and then I was retained on contract. So I was working since 2022 during my national service time till 2024. So 2 years, right? And then I think the next thing he said was, unfortunately. Now remember I said my program start date was 18th August, right? And then my interview date was 20th August. So that's where it becomes very very significant. So he said, unfortunately, my program start date has already begun, but then he would hold on to my passport, and if my school is able to update my service database, then my visa is going to be approved if I give them a new I-20. So meaning that I'm supposed to like reach back to my school and then tell them to give me what's the name, a new I-20 with a changed service database, like with a changed program start date. Now, I had a late arrival letter from my school. The late arrival letter stated I could come to GVSU on the 2nd of September. So I tried taking that sheet out to show it to him. He was like, "No, that will be needed at the port of entry, something like that." So when he said that, okay, I was like, cool. But then my fear was GVSU took like 3 weeks to get my I-20 from them. So I was kind of a little bit scared. So I came back home without any visa. I just got the 2-1. I got that 221G sheet. I think I'll put it on the screen for you to see that 221G rejection letter, which is like you've been placed on administrative processing. So when I went back home, I checked my portal, and it was like, I think, refused or something like that. The visa status checker, it was refused. That was like 20th. 20th was a Tuesday, right? It was refused. So I reached out to my school. I reached out to our global office. I had to CC the international office. I had to CC my DSO, and then inform them about my unfortunate situation. I didn't get a visa that day. So that night, I think they emailed me my new I-20, but I couldn't send it to the embassy like that night because it was late. So I had to print it out, sign, scan it, and then like I think on the rejection 221G notice, they told me the process I should go through to like send the new I-20 or the updated I-20 back to them. So I did that on the Wednesday, but then I didn't get any response from them as to whether they got the visa, they got the I-20 or they didn't get the I-20. I'm like, all right, they have mercy upon me. Like, God have mercy. Now, I had to report to my department. That was Wednesday. I had to report to my department that hey, my graduate assistantship department that hey, I went for my visa interview. I didn't get a visa. They told me I've been placed on administrative processing because they wanted my school to send my updated I-20 to them and all of that. That was when they really came strong that we've been waiting for you for quite a long time. class is starting 26th, and then today is like 21st. If you don't show evidence that you are going to come by Friday, then we are going to cancel your assistantship and give it to someone else. That was when it struck me, and then it was like, hey, it didn't work out. Because I had sent my, what's the name? I had sent my I-20 to the embassy. They didn't tell me if they had received it. They didn't say anything to me. Anytime I checked my portal, it still showed like refused, and I'm like, oh, it didn't work out. So I was just there. Friday, I mean, I'd been given Thursday. I had been given Friday by my department that if I don't show evidence I'm coming, I'm going to lose my assistantship. Now, something interesting happened on Thursday. Something really struck me to check my portal again. So I checked my portal, my visa status checker portal, and then it was approved. I didn't get anything from the embassy that, hey, come for your. I didn't get anything. Like, it was just there showing that it has been approved. I was like, okay, then it means that they got my I-20, but they didn't really say anything. Now, I took a screenshot of the approval notice. You can see it on the screen. I took a screenshot of the approval thing from my results checker, and I sent it to my department, my GA department, and they were like, they didn't really say anything too, so I was still afraid that, hey, I'm still going to lose my assistantship. Now, Friday came, the deadline for when I'm supposed to show evidence I'm coming. That was when God came through for me. So this thing, it is God and prayers. I had been praying from Tuesday to Thursday, like, hey, God, have mercy, like that. So on Friday, what's the name? Friday, I was minding my business in the house, like at 8 a.m. And I got a call from an unknown number. Normally, it showed private number or something without any name. So I was being skeptical. I was like, pick the call. I picked the phone call, and then, mind you, it was the U.S. Embassy at Accra, Ghana, calling me to come for my passport from the embassy. They were asking me, can I come for my passport and my visa at 10 a.m.? It was 8 a.m. and they were calling me to ask me if I can come for my visa at 10 a.m. on that Friday morning. On that very Friday morning, I'm like, yes, I'm able to come to the embassy for my visa. So that morning, 8 a.m., I just showered, ordered an Uber straight to the embassy. I got to the embassy by 9:20, and then I went past security. They checked me and all of that. But then they sent me an email to print it out to show to security before I'm able to enter the building. So I showed that email to security. They made me enter the building, and I got to the building at 10 a.m. They gave me my passport. I opened it. My visa was in there, and then I was able to show. I was able to come out, scan the passport, and then like straight, I went to book like a flight. I didn't pay for the flight yet, but that was just part of the evidence to show to my department that, hey, I've gotten my visa, I've been able to book a flight, so God willing, Monday I'll be coming, right? So I did that, and then I showed it to them. I sent an email to them, but then I didn't get any response. So eventually I had to place an international call from Ghana to Michigan to my department to tell them that, hey, I've been able to secure my visa, and then this is my flight date. I'll be coming to the US on Monday, 26th. That was when they confirmed, hey, we know what you've been through, we understand your situation and all of that. We will extend your assistantship to start on the 3rd of September 2024. So we are giving you time to like relax and prepare and then come. I'm like, God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, God. So that was how my visa experience went. It was a very wonderful experience, a very nice experience to have. And then all of you who are going for your visa interview, I wish you the very best. It is nothing difficult. Just know your story. Trust God, pray more, and yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, so all the best in your visa interview, and then that's just the little bit of mine. I'll see you in another video when it's going to be a travel vlog, like, so when I left Ghana to Michigan. So yeah, look out for that in the next video. Bye for now.